Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are fine and doing good, spending great time. So let's start today's lesson. We are studying how to talk to anybody, and we are on the page of 132. How to make them feel you don't smile at just anybody. Have you ever seen those low-budget mail-order fashion catalogs that use the same model throughout? Whether she is engulfed in a wedding gown or partially clad in a bikini, her face sports the same plastic smile. Looking at her, you get the feeling if you rapped on her forehead, a tiny voice would come back saying, "Nobody is in here." So, whereas models in more sophisticated magazines have mastered a myriad of different expressions, a flirtatious, "I have got a secret" smile on one page, a quizzical, "I think I'd like to get to know you, but I'm not sure" smile on the next, and a mysterious Mona Lisa smile on the third. You feel there is a brain running the operation somewhere inside that beautiful head, right? So, I once stood in the receiving line of the shop I worked on, along with the captain, his wife, and several other officers. One passenger with a radiant smile started shaking hands down our line. When he got to me, he flashed a shimmering smile. Shimmering, what does shimmering means? Jhilmilana. Shimmer means?
Shimmer.
Shimmer. Jhilmilati hui muskurahat. Revealing teeth as even and white as key on a new piano. I was transfixed. It was It was as though a brilliant light had illuminated the dim ballroom. I wished him a happy cruise and resolved to find this charming gentleman later. Then he was introduced to the next person. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw his identical glistening grin. So, at third person, the same grin, my interest began to dwindle. Dwindle means धीमा पड़ना. घटना, सुकड़ना, ठीक है, घटता हुआ. When he gave his fourth indistinguishable smile to the next person, he started to resemble a Cheshire cat. So by the time he was introduced to the fifth person, his consistent smile felt like a strobe light disturbing the ambience of the ballroom. Strobe light. Strobe means strobe, scientific instrument that provides a flashing light synchronized with the periodic movement of an object, can make moving object appear stationary. मतलब है कि वो जो आवाज झुक जो डीजे वगैरह में जो करती हुई रहती है, right? So strobe man went on flashing everybody the same smile down the line. I had no further interest in talking with him. So why did this man's stock shoot high in my ticker 1 minute and plummet the next? Plummet means shakul. What is this shakul? The metal bob of a plumb line. The stock market plummet. मतलब ड्रॉप शार्पली, ठीक है ना, गिर गया, ख़त्म हो गया. मतलब पहले जो है बहुत ज़्यादा मुझे उसको से मिलने की चाहत हुई और दोबारा जो है वो ख़त्म हो गई वो चाहत. बिकॉज हिज स्माइल ऑल्दो चार्मिंग, अगरचे जो है वो क्या थी, बहुत अच्छी थी, रिफ्लेक्टेड नो स्पेशल रिएक्शन टू मी. ऑब्वियसली ही गिव द सेम स्माइल टू एवरीबॉडी एंड बाय दैट इट लॉस्ट ऑल इट्स स्पेशलनेस. If a strobe man had given each of us slightly different smile, he would have appeared sensitive and insightful. Of course, if his smile had been just a tad bigger for me than for the others, I couldn't have waited for the formalities to be over to seek him out in the crowded ballroom. Okay? So review your repertoire of smiles.
Repertoire.
ریپرٹوار ذخیرہ نمائش. ٹھیک ہے. سو آپ جو ہے کس طریقے کے اسمائل کی نمائش کرتے ہیں اس کو جو ہے آپ کیا کریں, نظر ثانی کریں. ضروری ہر مرتبہ ایک ہی قسم کی مسکراہٹ نہ لائیں اپنے ہونٹوں پر. If your job required you to carry a gun, you would of course learn about all the moving parts before firing it, right? So, and before taking aim, you would carefully consider whether it would murder, maim, or merely wound your target, right? Since your smile is one of your biggest communication weapons, learn all about the moving parts and the effects on your target. Set aside 5 minutes, lock your bedroom or bathroom door so your family doesn't think you have gone off the deep end. Now stand in front of the mirror and flash a few smiles. Discover the subtle difference in your repertoire. اوکے, اپنے خزانے میں جو ہے مختلف قسم کی اسمائلوں کو ایکسپلور کیجیے. جسٹ ایز یو وڈ alternate saying hello, how do you do, and I am pleased to meet you. When being introduced to a group of people, vary your smile. Don't use the same on each. Okay, let each of you smile reflect the nuances of your sentiment about the recipients. Okay, so technique number 29 is the exclusive smile. If you flashed everybody the same smile like a Confederate dollar, it loses value. When meeting groups of people, grace each other with a distinct smile. Let your smiles grow out of the beauty big players find in each new face. If one person is in a group is more important to you than the other, reverse an especially big flooding smile just for him or her. Okay, so in defense of the quickie, there are times I discovered when the quick put on a smile works. For example, you want to engineer the acquaintance of someone to whom you have not had the opportunity to be introduced. In the vernacular, that's a pick them up. Okay, so the smile's pickup power was proven for posterity by solemn researchers at the University of Missouri. They conducted a highly controlled study titled Giving Men the Common Effect of Eye Contact and Smiling in a Bar Environment. I kid you not. To prove their hypothesis, female researchers made eye contact with unsuspecting male subjects enjoying a little libation in a local drinking establishment. Sometimes the female researchers followed their glance with a smile. In other cases, no smile. The results, I quote the study, the highest approach behavior, 60% was observed in the condition in which there was smiling. Okay, so that translates into layman's English. The guy came over 60% of the time when the lady smiles. Without the smile, he made the approach only 20% of the time. So yes, a smile works for those who wish to pick somebody up. However, in situations where the stakes are higher, try the flirting smile from the first section and now the exclusive smile. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.